know you're pumped.
I am definitely pumped.
Definitely
rocking
pumped.
and rolling. Good morning, Los Angeles.
I am Kyle Jellings filling in for the Ask Brien show. Go to askbrien.com. This is an awesome website for those thinking about starting a business. If you do have a business, you can also go there as well. Askbrien.com. We have Brien Johnson joining us. And how are you? You seem better than usual.
I am always awesome, but
okay.
One thing I got to tell you though, Ask Brien is Brien, and a lot of people have that misspelling. They type it with IAN or YAN. I don't know why they would do that, because IAN is the only way I could think of.
Okay, good. All right, so Ask Brien. Go to AskBrien, BRIEN.com, and
but we're not an infomercial. But I just want to point out a couple of things to people that haven't been listening to the show in the last couple of weeks. So in the last couple of weeks, we have added quite a few items. We've added on a whole bunch of videos. So we have 2 video courses, and we're going to be expanding that as well. One video course is on advanced SEO techniques, and the other is business networking with business cards. Now, I know everybody is online and thinks that the only way to meet or speak to anybody is it must be online, and if it's not internet, it doesn't exist. But the reality is, a business card still works nowadays.
So how are you feeling about your website, though? It's a pretty awesome tool for business people in the community to talk to other business people about troubles or good ideas that they have.
I like it a lot, and it's not because I have any interest in it. It's basically because it helps people. It resolves business issues. We have a question and answer part where you can ask any business question, and a business expert will be answering that question for you. So if you have a question on SEO, or you have a question on marketing, you have a question on a lease, you can ask the question, and an expert will answer that question, and there's no cost for that. So that's a great thing. But in addition to that, you've got videos that will teach you classes on different items, and we have a video for each single expert we have for every category, from accounting and advertising and how to open up your first books all the way down to website development. We have videos, and those videos are helping people. Our goal is to help people expand their business, grow their business, or start their business. Not everybody knows what to do. This is a place where you can come and you don't have to pay anything. In addition to that, you've got profiles, and you can instant message and contact people because it's a network. And so that's what I love about it, but I don't want to talk about it. Our show is not
about that. Other things you can learn about on AskBrien.com is probably some PR techniques, or you can just keep listening because we have a very special guest.
Well, we have
on the line.
We have an awesome guest. It's one of our experts on the Ask Brien site, and I'm just so happy to have her on our show. She's got a lot of credentials, a lot of background, and she's an amazing woman. And when you start listening to her and you start finding out some of that information about how she can take your company and make it blow up and be tremendous, you're going to be like, wow, I need to hire this person. So I'm very, very happy to have her on. Her name is Heather DeSantis. And Heather, are you there?
I'm here, and I'm so excited to be here. Thank you both.
And where is here?
Well, on the show, I'm a Midwest girl. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, but next week am coming to San Diego and LA for the first time ever.
Well, when you get to LA, we'll have to show you around. And San Diego,
I know.
San Diego's my old stomping ground. That's where I went to law school in a prior life.
That's amazing.
San Diego is a great place. You'll love it. I'm sure you're going to have a great time there. So what brings you out to LA and San Diego?
Yeah, so honestly, I'm very afraid that I'm buying a one-way ticket. I'm not saying I'm planning on staying, but I'm coming for 2 reasons. I'm coming for 2 reasons. One, I am teaching PR at a business mastermind, and that's just where you get people together and you have an expert come in and teach. But then also, I am coming to do a media tour for a client. So a media tour is just a fancy way to jam-pack interviews and back-to-back days to really get the most out of your time while you are doing media interviews.
Now you're based in Ohio, but you can do the PR anywhere in the country. Is that correct?
Yeah, I worked at an ad agency for years, and I am bound and determined to build the top PR agency, but non-brick and mortar, just because I love to travel. And, people love having a little bit more flexibility. So because of that, I can work wherever, which is how I got to meet your lovely face in New Orleans.
At Collision, that was correct.
Yes.
At what wasn't a women's meeting, as I recall?
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. You got into a women's meeting?
Well,
yeah, he was the only guy there.
You have to go where all the women are, right?
Jeez.
Don't you go? The guy goes where all the women are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no, that was amazing. So so let's go over a little bit about your background. So you said you worked at an ad agency. Without telling us the name of the ad agency, what were the things that you did when you got to the ad agency? So
taking a step before that to understand me as a person, I grew up.
I don't think anyone can understand you because you're so complex. But go ahead.
Oh my gosh. My dad and uncle were very successful real estate entrepreneurs. So that's where I got my hunger and passion. And then I graduated from college and I got my Series 6 and worked at an investment company for about 6 months. So I really understood the whole concept of numbers and how many people you had to connect with and all that business side of things. I was a communication major, which is how I ended up getting to work at an ad agency. I was there for 3+ years. We only worked with food brands. One of my biggest clients that I got to serve was Panera Bread, and I managed marketing for 62 of their cafes in Denver, Colorado Springs, and then Dayton and Cincinnati. But I mean, I learned everything. It was a small agency. Of course, when you're a smaller company, you have to wear a million hats. And when we worked for our clients, it was from the framework of every week, non-negotiable. We had to secure a certain amount of media for our clients, which got me to figure out, okay, I have to call this many people, I have to call this many producers to get to my goal of the week. And I found out that I was so good at TV and radio that I told myself that I only could get TV and radio for my clients, and I actually increased my number for the week just so I became such a master, at my skill. But I mean, everything from getting you as the consumer to go to your local grocery store to buy the food brands we worked with, to I got to work with some NFL players and I was a handler and went to the Super Bowl. And that was an amazing experience working with ESPN and Fox Sports and all of the major sports affiliate stations.
Now, did you have a mentor?
I did. I've had so many mentors. First and foremost, I think mentors, as in both my dad and uncle passed away, and I really feel like my burning desire to leave a legacy, me being an entrepreneur, is the closest connection I have to them, A. B, I was a Girl Scout until I graduated from high school. My mom was my leader, so absolutely my mom. And then even two,
I have to ask a question. Which cookies were their favorite cookies, since you're selling Girl Scout cookies?
Samoas. I love those Samoas with the coconut.
See, I'm a mint guy. I like the mints.
Oh,
you are?
I go tag-alongs.
The chocolate mint, yeah.
I go tag-alongs, chocolate and peanut butter. Forget about it.
Did you sell a lot of...
oh, my God.
Since you're in PR, I need to ask this question because this is relevant. Did you sell a lot of cookies?
I was the top producer selling cookies.
I would expect that.
That's so funny. Of course.
You're in PR. You have to.
I wanted those prizes. They incentivize you to sell.
You're like me. When I was younger, for Little League, they had the same contest, and I had to go around. My dad would take me from store to store. He said, "You have to win." So we went to like 1,000 stores. I won all these items at the end. Everyone said, "How do you do it?"
Right? And if you're 50 off, you bet your parents will buy those 50 cookies.
You're damn. You are correct. All right. So, okay. So your mom was a mentor. Who was another mentor?
Yeah, so I would say I learned so much from being at the ad agency. So my story is unique in that I didn't necessarily choose to leave, and we can talk about that later. But I learned so much from working in a small agency and doing everything from securing the media to getting clients ready to doing new business development. And because of all of that, within reason, it was easy to start my own company because I knew how to do everything from, traditional reaching out to businesses to writing proposals to pitching to client relations to getting the media. I mean, I did everything. So, of course, the opportunity and what I learned at that ad agency, I will forever be grateful. It's just, I think as people, you have to know when it's time to leave the party, and it was just my time to leave the party.
Well, that's because you were going to have your own party. So,
yeah.
Now I have a question for you, okay? So, why would somebody go to a PR person as opposed to going to an ad agency or just going to Google AdWords or doing them on their own? What is the advantage of having a PR person?
A couple of things. First and foremost, you are getting someone who is very invested in you and your business and message to reach more people and increase your sales. A lot of times when you're a business owner, you're spending so much time on client work and a little bit of marketing, Facebook ads, but you're really having someone working, on the business for you instead of in the business.
But is that any different than an ad agency?
An ad agency, the prices are gonna be a lot more expensive. If you look at an ad agency in New York City, the prices are astronomical. And is it your choice to go to shop, at a Macy's or Nordstrom or a smaller respective business? That's, really what you need to figure out.
And are there any other reasons?
Yeah, I think the other thing, too, is who you're going to work with. Like, if you work with an ad agency, I find a lot of times you get different account people on your team, but when you work with one person, you know them intimately and, you work hand in hand. The other thing, too, is because I worked at the ad agency and because we had to get so many results every week, I know 100% that I'm different and we're different, and that when we work with business owners, we have non-negotiable metrics versus this is what we're going to do. And most agencies say okay, these are our strategies, where with me, because I'm such a black and white person, we create non-negotiables for that contract, for TV, for radio, whatever it is, to take care of the contract versus an action, no, we're going to pitch media in your market.
Well, I have another question I want to ask, but before I get there, our great engineer has an awesome question. I
do want to do two things. I want to remind people to go to DeSantisPR.com for more information on Heather, and that's DeSantispr.com, or you can go, of course, to AskBrien.com, Brien.com. This is Ask Brien on your hometown station, KHTS. But I wanted to ask you, Heather, is it a one-size-fits-all for PR? Do you model what you're going to do based on the business, their resources, maybe what product it is that they want to, or service that they have? How do you go about creating a PR campaign for every business?
Yeah, so first and foremost, every business is different. And are you doing PR to increase sales? Is it more so you're seen as a credible source and as an expert? Are you trying to go from, I'm selling these windows, to being the master of windows and really being that expert? Are you trying to go from, business seller selling my products to, the master and the go-to person? So that's what it really matters. And I think anyone who's listening, you have a huge X factor, because local media, for the most part, only wants local guests. And I know we're in LA and a big market, but still they want to have a local guest within reason to support small businesses and or a celebrity if you're a celebrity.
Well, you're a celebrity, right?
I am.
That's why we're so wonderful to have you on our show today. So you said for PR, you said sales, and you said to be a master. Are there any other reasons where PR works, or what goals you could accomplish?
So, okay, if you want to be nationally known, if you want to be nationally known, if you want to start speaking, if you want to get paid speaking engagements, once you do PR or once I'm on the show with you know, within reason, because PR, the logos that you get from media is as the same if you went to Harvard. It's a part of your bio. It's with you forever. When you're bringing on a new client, it's a part of who you are. When you're selling something, it's a part of who you are. Those logos go on your website. And even, too, for people who are so into Facebook ads, TV segments and video of you are a lot more successful when you do Facebook ads than just a photo or text, because they see you, they hear you, they trust you versus just some photo. So really, you can increase sales. You are seen as an expert, and when we're looking at all the businesses in your area, you are going from buy my product to someone they know and trust and want to buy from because, Brien endorses them. They were on Brien's show.
So if I were to sum it up, I would say credibility. It provides you with credibility. That's what it does. Not just the logo at the bottom. Like, for instance, after you put on the KHTS logo on your site, that's going to give you some more credibility for people. And by the way, there is a KHTS app, and I know that they like me to inform you of that. And if you have the KHTS app, you can actually listen to any of the Ask Brien shows or any other show on KHTS. It's a wonderful app, and my understanding is KHTS, the radio station, has won all sorts of awards for being one of the best community stations in California, and so I think that's very valuable, and it shows what kind of shows that they have on KHTS. So I just want to bring that up. Now, Heather, I have a question for you. Okay, so let's say I've never done PR. I've done advertising, but I've never done PR. Okay, I came to you. The first step would be creating a press kit, or it would be something else?
So I personally believe that press kits are a waste of time. It's all about relationships. So really what you should do if you want to get some local media, first of all, is look at your business and figure out what you're an expert at. If you have a business, what are you passionate about? What services do you provide? And what knowledge can you take from that to help others? So you need to figure out the 3 to 4 topics that you want to be known for. But instead of doing a media kit, what I would do instead is spend some time listening to the local radio stations, watching local TV, and figure out where you see yourself being and who has guests. Because once you do that homework and figure out the local stations you want to be on that have similar guests as to you, then you can start nurturing those relationships. And then from there, make the ask of being on the show. Because here's the thing, I've talked to hundreds and probably thousands of producers. They get so many emails, A. B, they're not going to open an attachment from someone they don't know in the case that it's a virus. And C, they get so many emails, and unless it really catches their eye or it's relevant or it gives them value, they're not going to open an attachment.
So how do they first get your email?
So the process would be is, say you want to be on the Ask Brien show, what I would do first is get them in your inner circle. So I would find them on social media. I would share their content. I would make it be known that I'm a follower of their show and the producer and media personality.
Well, that sounds actually great. I'm being told that we have come up with a break, so we're going to be taking a break. We're going to be right back with the wonderful, awesome PR expert, Heather DeSantis.
This is Ask Brien on your hometown station, KHTS.
That's the theme from Ask Brien, AskBrien.com. What a theme that Ask Brien show's got. I love that theme.
Yep.
Maybe someday they'll make a movie with it.
I don't know. It might have some potential to to do that.
Something like maybe an inspirational show, some type of sporting show.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure
down the road. That could be a theme for us.
We'll put that on a message board on AskBrien.com and see what the business community has to say about that.
Well, I think not just the business community, but anyone.
Yeah. All right. Go to AskBrien.com. Ask Brien, BRIEN.com. I'm Kyle Jennings filling in for Coach today, and Brien Johnson, of course, is here every week. He is the Brien of AskBrien.com, and we have a special guest, Heather DeSantis. You can go to DeSantisPR.com, DeSantispr.com to learn more about what she does and success stories that she has, and really the great things that she's doing with regards to of PR and public relations.
And don't forget, you can download the KHTS app.
See, you're on top of it. I should be the one saying that, but
you're the GM.
I know. I apologize. You're the one pushing the station. I'm pushing Heather and Ask Brien. So, but yes, download the free KHTS app.
Well, the reason why is because then you can listen to us live, 24 hours, 7 days a week,
wherever you want,
anytime you want. And the Ask Brien show is every Thursday, 1 to 2 p.m. So you can listen to the Ask Brien show.
There it is.
Or afterwards.
Or you can listen to it over and over again. You can listen to the show over and over again.
Well, again, because what are we trying to do? We're trying to educate people in other business areas, any business area. And today we're educating people on PR, although, quite frankly, our wonderful guest, Heather DeSantis, PR expert, is actually educating us on PR. Okay. And we should be very grateful we have somebody with such expertise on the show that's achieved amazing success in a very short period of time. I can only imagine what it's going to be like in 10 years from now. Probably be like a world-renowned agency. So, and she's coming to LA. I mean, she's coming to LA because she knows where to go.
I know.
So, Heather, how do people find you? How do people get a hold of you if they want to look into doing some PR for their business?
Yeah, so you can go, well, first of all, if you want to do PR, if you have any questions, if you want to get on a local media spot, it's going to happen. If you want it to happen, it's going to happen. So know that. But you can join our free Facebook community. It's made of entrepreneurs and businesses, and we support each other. And literally, I am giving you all of my golden nuggets of thousands and thousands of interviews that I've secured for clients in that group. The group on Facebook is you just search for Get Featured on Media, and we would love to have you there. Brien is a member. He is not very vocal.
Excuse me?
I will get him to be a little bit more active.
That's where all the guests are coming from.
True. Yeah, but you should really join our group, Get Featured on Media. You can search on Facebook. And then, of course, website, it's DeSantisPR.com. Whatever you need, we're here for you. I do have a lot of amazing contacts in LA, so if you want to do some local media, that's possible too. Gosh, my favorite, I'm not biased, but I think LA has my favorite media personality. Can I give her a shout out?
I thought it was me. Go ahead.
Okay, it's you. It's of course you. No, but I work with this producer at, or she's not a producer, she's an anchor. Her name's Christine Devine, and she's on Fox LA. And it's amazing. Almost a couple times a week, she has local entrepreneurs and businesses and charities on TV on set to do an hour Facebook Live with you. She gets 20,000 people to view in and watch, but she really is an advocate for local causes and businesses and people up to really good things. And I've never in all my years met a TV personality who goes above and beyond to provide that platform for people. She's doing it on her own time, which, when she should be getting ready for the news or eating or whatever. It's really remarkable.
So while she's getting ready for work, she's interviewing people. That's quite an accomplishment.
So yeah, in the evening. So around after the evening news, before the 10 o'clock news, when she probably has so much to do, she has local people on to support them and interview them, and it's amazing.
That's awesome.
Now, this is not on TV. This is just on Facebook Live, like a podcast?
Yeah, it's a Facebook Live that she hosts on our Facebook page at Fox LA in studio. So you still get the whole studio experience. You can get a photo, get behind the scenes experience. And from a credibility standpoint, that still works because you're at Fox LA, you get the photo and everything, and she's probably going to get okay, so here's the thing. If you are interested in being Fox LA, please join our Facebook group or reach out to me. I don't want 1,000 who's reaching out there,
Don't worry, you get 20,000. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So I'm happy to just get that for you, but please reach out to me.
Your funnel will be full.
Yeah.
So, now, what is it, in about 1 minute, can you give me a background about what this master class thing that you're coming out to LA for?
Yeah, so I'm coming to meet with entrepreneurs to teach them exactly what to do to get on TV in less than 30 days. That's my passion. That's my platform. By working with me, you will get on TV in less than 30 days. Non-negotiable.
And when we say TV, we're talking about regular TV, or we're talking about channel 983 that's seen in has a Nielsen rating of 0.00001.
No, it's local media. So local Fox, ABC, NBC, in your hometown market.
Well, you know that this is hometown station.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah, in your hometown market, in your hometown station. So
nice.
That's a great thing. So
awesome. That was a great show. Thank you, Heather, for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. That was Heather DeSantis.
I'm glad to have you on. You were an awesome guest, and I think a lot of people learned a lot of things from you, and we'll be speaking.
Yay! Thank you.
All right. And again, that was Heather DeSantis. Go to DeSantisPR.com for more information on Heather, or go to AskBrien.com.